All right, thanks, guys. We improved to 9-1 in our last 10 extra daily picks on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also 13-4 in our last 17 college basketball tier package plays. So if you want some more information about that, we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 when you sign up, and $1.99 on the first of every month. So once again, if you guys want some more information about that, link for that site is in the description section below. We're currently over 1,100 members on that site. Once again, that is patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, guys, we got ourselves a massive slate of college basketball action here today, so let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to begin with Penn State taking on Iowa, 12 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. The Hawkeyes are the 4-point favorite, total at 152.5. Now, we are seeing pretty good two-way action with regard to the spread. Not a whole lot of movement there. We are seeing significant money on the under in this one. And as a matter of fact, we saw a 1.5-point move downward on the total. So once again, Iowa opened and remains -4. Total open 154 down to 152 and a hook. And right now, the Nittany Lions are plus $1.60 on the road. Of course, if you like Penn State in this matchup, winners of 8 out of their last 10. They also went 70% against the number in those 10 games. The Nittany Lions rank in the top 40 in the nation in road scoring. They're also in the top 45 in road offensive rebounding. They're averaging 74 points per contest as the official road team. Now keep an eye on Marion Jones, as he is listed as questionable for today's action. Now the Hawkeyes on the other side, losers of 3 out of their last 6. Very streaky team. You really don't know what kind of Iowa team you're going to get, especially when they get in foul trouble. But anyway, they're allowing 72 points per contest, and they're just 7-8 against the spread, taking on teams over 650. Now, 2 out of Iowa's last 3 did stay under the total. They're also 9-5 to the under in the friendly confines. Penn State on the other side, 4-0 to the over. 4-0 to the under in their last 4. 80% to the under in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Penn State +4 in the under, 152.5 in that contest. Next game, Villanova, Providence, 12 o'clock, Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia. Nova's -7, total 137. Another one of those games, pretty good two-way action with regard to the side. We did see money on the over in this one, however. So once again, Nova open and remains -7. Total open 136 up to 137. Providence is +260 on the money line. And if you like the Friars on the road here, just keep in mind, they're only 5-9 straight up away from home this year, 5-9 against the spread in those games. They're shooting just 40% from the field this year, and they're averaging just 66 points per contest as the official road team. One more thing to add about Providence, they've really struggled against Nova over the past couple of years. Just 1-9 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with the Wildcats. And speaking of the Wildcats, nice little 5-game winning streak for them. They're also 12-2 straight up as the official home team. Now keep an eye on Colin Gillespie, as he is listed as questionable with a thigh injury. I'm pretty optimistic that we'll see him in action here today. But regardless, we're looking at a Nova team who ranks in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Can't put them to the line. They're going to make you pay. They're also averaging 74 points per contest at home, and they're shooting 37% from downtown at any location. Now, 5 out of Nova's last 6 did stay under the number. They're also 80% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Friars on the other side, 60% to the under as the official road team. I'm going to lean toward another, I'm going to lean toward the home favorite in this one. Give me Villanova -7 and the under, 137 in that contest. Next game, Kansas versus Kansas State, 1:30 tip-off. The Jayhawks are laying 11 points on the road, total at 130.5. Pretty big number there. We are seeing money on Kansas State. I'm sure that's what the public's thinking as well. We saw, once again, movement toward Kansas State. We also saw movement toward the over with regard to the total. So once again, the Kansas Jayhawks opened 11.5 down to -11. Total open 130 up to 130.5. Right now, K-State is +540 on the money line. Now, if you're in a position here where you think Kansas State is going to upset Kansas and you're going to catch massive plus money, you're crazy. Kansas State, losers of their last 8 straight. They failed to cover the number in 5 out of their last 6. They're averaging just 64 points per contest and shooting just 41% from the field. Now the Jayhawks on the other side, red hot right now, winners of their last 13 straight. They rank in the top 10 in the nation in offensive field goal percentage, top 10 in points allowed. These guys are focused right now, dialed in. They're shooting 49% from the field this year. Meanwhile, they're allowing just 60 points per contest. Now, a couple more stats here about the Jayhawks. They rank the top 3 in road defensive field goal percentage. They're also in the top 3 in points allowed on the road. They're giving up just 55 points per contest in that category there. And they're also holding their opponents to just 36% from the field when they travel. Now, total-wise, this is an interesting stat. Kansas 10-0 to the under as the official road team. I'm going to lean toward the Jayhawks in this matchup here. Give me Kansas -11 and the under 130.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's college basketball action. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you're having a great start to your weekend. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We improved to 9-1 in our last 10 extra daily picks on that site yesterday. And of course, the extra daily pick is a package that I offer that's just $2.99 through the end of the month. You pay the upfront $2.99, and then you get billed on the first of every month. We're also 13-4 in our last 17 college basketball tier package plays as well. And the good news is this: we have another college basketball tier package play going off tonight. Guys, we finished 2-2 yesterday for Friday, so not a terrible day, but certainly not our best effort. We're going to look to improve today as we have 5 premium picks in action today. Guys, we have over 1,100 members currently active on that Patreon site. If you're interested, or if you just want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. My record is right on the homepage. I know I had somebody in the comments section say, "What's your record?" It would help you out. My record is right on the homepage on my Patreon site. And once again, link for that site is in the description section below. And that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Baylor taking on TCU, 2 o'clock tip-off. The Bears are 7.5 on the road, total 125 and a hook. No real surprise here. We're seeing money on Baylor and the over. The Bears open as the 7-point favorite, up to -7.5. Total open 125, up to 125 and a hook. And right now, the Horned Frogs are plus 275 on the money line. The Horned Frogs also lost 8 out of their last 10 games, where they went just 20% against the spread in that category. They're averaging just 65 points per game and shooting just 41% from the field. One more thing to add about TCU: out of their 16 home games this year, they've successfully covered the number in just 7 of those. Baylor on the other side, 8-0 straight up as the official road team, 7-1 against the spread in those 8 games. They rank the top 5 in points allowed on the road, top 20 in road defensive field goal percentage. They're allowing just 55 points per contest away from home. They're also holding their opponents to just 39% from the field when Baylor travels. Now, 4 out of Baylor's last 5 did stay under the total. They're also 6-3 to the under in their last 9. Meanwhile, TCU 10-6 to the under on their home court. I'm going to lean Baylor -7.5 and the under 125 and a hook in that contest. Next game, Big East matchup. It is going to be Marquette hosting. Where are we at here, guys? There we go. Seton Hall at Marquette, 2:30 Eastern tip-off. Marquette's -2, total 148. Money on Marquette and the over in this one. Half a point move toward Marquette and movement upward on the total. Marquette open 1.5 up to -2. Total open 147.5 up to 148. Seton Hall is plus $1.20 on the money line. Now, Thompson and Brody are questionable for the Pirates. They've also failed to cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 4 games. They currently struggle in the defensive rebounding category. They failed to cover in 2 out of their 3 games that tipped off at the current point spread, and they are just 37% against the spread, taking on teams allowing 67 to 72 points per contest. Now Marquette on the other side, very good at home, 13-2 straight up on their home court, 10-5 against the spread in that same category. Marquette ranks in the top 15 in shooting the 3-ball. That's right, top 15 in 3-point percentage, top 35 in scoring on average per game, and of course, that's top 35 in the country. They are averaging 80 points per contest on their home court. Meanwhile, total-wise, Marquette 2-0 to the over in their last 2, 60% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, 3 out of Seton Hall's last 4 got over the number themselves. They're also 70% to the over as the official road team. I'm going to lean Marquette -2 in the over 148 in that contest.